Hello everybody, Courtney here from How to Loom Your Dragon. Today we will be making the Ikran, the adult Ikran, or the adult Banshee from Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar. Yay! This one is Neytiri's, okay? This one is aqua colored, because Neytiri's is aqua. In this tutorial I will be doing Jake's, okay? But first of all, the dedication of this tutorial goes to Regina Ybarra for originally inspiring me to do the Avatar creatures. And she's been waiting so patiently for the Banshee. So yay, Regina, I hope you're glad and surprised. Yay, that I dedicated this to you. Definitely make him, or I hope you make both of them, Neytiri's and Jake's, for your collection that you have. Alright, so I also have Taruk on my channel, which is bigger. He requires 3 looms, so go check him out, okay? Alright, so this tutorial, I'm going to be doing the entire thing with you. It's going to be split into multiple videos, okay? So that I can give you the best tutorial possible. There is not going to be any go back and do this again in this tutorial. I'm going to be doing the entire thing with you, so hopefully that will make it a little easier for you. You don't have to use any mirrors when making symmetrical things. Yay! So I'm going to be doing Jake's Banshee in this video. However, if you want to make Neytiri's, like I did already, I will tell you the colors to use. Alright, so for Jake's, I'm going to be making black stripes on his. I think they're actually dark brown, but I'm going to be using black stripes on his. So you're going to be needing 475 of the black, okay? You'll need 100 of the burgundy. That is going to be the enhancement color on the wings. For Neytiri's, I have the yellow here, but for Jake's, I'm going to be using the burgundy. You'll also need about 200 of the clear bands. That's for the tips of the wings. You'll need about 250 white. That is for the stomach and neck and tongue. You'll need about 75 red, which is for the tips of the antenna and the little plate at the bottom of the jaw, as well as the tail. You'll need 2 yellow for the eyes. I'm also, for the body color on Jake's, I'm actually going to be using the metallic blue. So because the metallic blue doesn't stretch very well, I'm going to be doing the metallic blue for the double sets, and then the ocean jelly bands, which is a little darker, for the double looped bands. So if you want to do that with me, you'll need about 950 of the metallic blue and then 160 of the ocean jelly. However, if you just want to make it one blue color, you'll need 1100 of that color. Alright, so if you just have a regular blue bands, 1100 is fine, and you don't need to use 2 colors. That's up to you if you want to do that. Alright, so for Neytiri's, you are going to follow along and do the same thing, but instead of using the 2 blue colors that I'm using, you're going to be just using the aqua, or the teal, actually, I think it is. And then instead of the black for the stripes, you'll be using the burgundy. So you'll need 430 of the burgundy, 1,100 of the teal. For the enhancement color, I used the jelly yellow. You'll need about 100 of those. You can use regular yellow or whatever color you want, really. You will need about 35 black bands. That's for like the claws on the wings and the teeth, and also around the eye area, but that's up to you if you want to do that. You'll need about 200 clear, same as Jake's, 250 white, 75 red, 2 of the eye color, and then I also had 3 caramel bands, which I kind of wrapped around the antenna here because hers actually has like a little feather attached. I tried to make the feather, but it looked stupid, so I just used the caramel bands and wrapped them around the antenna. I actually did black on the stripes on her belly area, but you can do black or brown, so that's up to you. Alright, hopefully that was clear, and let's begin here. Alright. I will try to be more explanatory as well as I continue. So you will need 2 looms. The first thing we're going to do are the lower wings, so these bottom wings. And these are kind of like legs here that poke out, so we're going to be working on those first, okay? So like the leg things. So if you're doing Neytiris, you can use the aqua. If you're doing Jakes, you can use the blue. I'm using the metallic blue. Alright, so just follow me here, 2 at a time of your body color. That would actually be cool if you're making a completely different colored one, because they come in like a ton of colors, so definitely show me pictures on Instagram or Facebook if you are making a completely different colored one, because that would be really cool to see. Alright, so I'm just going down 2 at a time here. By the way, the band count was approximate. That is not the exact amount. It's pretty close to the exact amount, so don't be mad at me if I'm a little bit off. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more set here. Now I'm bringing them together. Okay. Now I'm going to take my stripe color. So 3 of your stripe color. For Jakes, I'm using the black. And then I'm going to take 3 of the body color. Again, so there's 3 of the blue. Sorry, it's probably hard to see the bands on this loom. And then you were going to do a double looped body color here, but since I don't like double looping the metallic, I'm going to be using the ocean for the double looped. That would actually be really cool because the Ikran actually is a little darker on the edges, so it works. Take a double looped black. This is the claw at the end, so make sure you use black here. Alright. Then you're going to take a black and you're going to wrap it around your hook, creating 5 loops. Then you're going to double loop a black, put that onto your hook, and just pull all 5 loops of that black onto that other double looped band. Alright, reclaim your end, and then just wrap those loops around this peg here. Okay, we are going to put double looped bands to connect here. So since I don't like double looping the metallic blue, I'm double looping the ocean blue. Again, if you're just using a regular blue for the entire thing, not the metallic, then you can just use the same blue throughout the whole thing. That is totally up to you. Technically, I could double loop the metallic blue, but it's so painful. Alright, so once you've done that, we're just going to loop up. Okay, so dig down and loop up the bands. You should know how to loop bands if you're doing this video. Okay, here we're taking the top 2. Always start with the top. And we'll just go up this column. I'm forced to go slow in this video because the metallic bands are stiffer. So lucky for you. Alright, here is where you're going to need some random color bands. It doesn't matter what color you use, but we're just using them to tie off our ends. So I have this random pack of mixed assortment. I'm just going to use some random bands from in here. Alright, so I took the random band, and all you're going to do is just pull it through all the loops at the end and do a slip knot with it. Alright, grab another random color. Doesn't matter what color you use because we will be taking these off eventually. And now we can very carefully lift up this. Oh, I like this. This is gonna be, I think this is gonna be a cool looking Banshee. Ikran. I don't even know whatever happened to his Banshee in the movie. He like traded it for Taruk and then never got it back. Like it just like disappeared. Alright, so here is one of the legs, quote unquote legs. Looks really cool. Let's make the second one, which is the same exact thing that we just did. So I'm just going to do it on this side. So again, 2 bands at a time. I had to look at so many pictures of this thing because I do have the movie, but I was looking online at all the pictures to figure out how where the legs were. Like how does it land and stuff. But apparently they're like attached to the lower wings, but they only have 1 claw at the end, so it was really confusing to figure that out. Very confusing. Alright. I'm going to go down 1 more set here, and then we will, again, go diagonally here. Alright, this is where we take our 3 stripe color. So I'm doing the black. Okay. And now I'm taking 3 of the body color. Now a double looped body color. Again, I'm doing the ocean jelly for the double looped bands. And then double loop a black. And then we want to wrap a black band around our hook, creating 5 loops. Then double loop a black band onto the hook. Pull that onto there, reclaim the end, and wrap it right around this peg. Alright, let's do our horizontals. So double looping the body color. Again, I'm doing the ocean blue. I actually wanted to just get the solid blue for this guy, but the store only had the metallic, so yeah, the ocean blue is kind of dark for it, but whatever. I'm just talking to myself. Alright, so same thing we did before, just looping up. Alright, again grabbing 2 random bands to tie off your ends here. And a lift up very carefully. Okay, so we have our 2 legs, quote-unquote legs. I'm just untwisting the bands here because they're a little bit twisted, this black set. Okay. So is this set. Not like it matters that much, but... Okay, so we have our 2 quote-unquote legs. I'm going to put them aside temporarily. Now we're going to be doing the bottom wings and attaching the legs to those bottom wings. So, take 2 of your body color at a time here. I never, just so you guys know, I never just put 1 band down like this, ever. So if I'm putting bands down and I don't say how many they are, just assume that it's 2 at a time. I'm pretty sure I usually say, but if I don't, just just so you know. Alright, so we're putting down our body color. Now we are going to do the stripe color. So 2 of the stripe color. Okay. Stripe color again. Again. Body color. Now we are doing a stripe color and an enhancement color. So my enhancement color is the brown. If you're doing Neytiris, you're probably going to be using the yellow. Okay. Alright, so that was a black and a brown. Now I'm going to be doing 2 stripe color, 2 body color, 2 body color. Okay. 2 body color here, 2 here. Here. Now I'm doing a body color and an enhancement color. So the blue and the brown, I'm going to put the brown on the top. Not like it matters, but... And same thing... Oh wait, this is all stripe color. Just kidding. Sorry guys. I did diagram this out, but apparently not very well. This is all blood. This is striped too. I'll put a note in the video to do this stripe color. Okay, everything else is right. Alright, sorry about that. Stripe color. Stripe color. Just so you know, the patterning is different on every Banshee, so it doesn't, you don't have to do it the same way I'm doing it, just whatever you end up doing, make it symmetrical on the other wing, alright? So brown and black here, and brown and black again, and 2 black, 2 black, 2 black, and 2 black here. Then we want a black and a brown. 2 black, 2 black. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a black onto your hook, wrap it around 5 times. This is the stripe color, so whatever your stripe color is, doesn't have to be black. Double loop of black onto your, no, not double loop, just kidding. Just kidding, take 2 blacks onto your hook and pull that onto there. Reclaim your end and wrap that right around the tip here. This will result in a sharper point at the tip of the fin. Alright, so continuing, we are taking 2 blues here, then 2 blacks, 2 blue, 2 blue, 2 blue, now a brown and a blue. Okay, now we're taking 2 blacks, 2 blues, 2 blues, now a black and a brown, now a brown and a blue, then 2 blacks, 2 blues, 2 blues again. Two blacks, now a brown and a black, brown and a black again, two black, now 2 blues, brown and black. Brown and black. Brown and blue. Now 2 blacks. And 2 blacks again. Alright, up here we're taking a brown and a black. And then 2 black. Okay, then we're going to take 2 black here. Whoops. Then 2 blue. Then a brown and a black. Alright, our horizontal bands. Do you want to do the metallic blue? Stretching across 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, taking 2 at a time, stretching across 3. Here, stretching across 3. Stretching across all 4. All 4. 3. All 4. 3. And we can do a double loop of your body color here. And we also want to put one here. Just like that. Okay. We're going to start to loop up, but as we go we're going to be attaching the leg. Alright, so just watch what I'm doing. So we're going to go in here. We're going to grab the top 2 of the black. Loop up. Alright, then go loop up again. Oops. Again here. Not this one yet. Now we're going to loop up these diagonals. Grab the top 2, which is a brown and a black here. Like that. Okay, now we can continue going up this column. Here we want to grab the top 2. And then the bottom 2, like that. Alright, go back down here, grabbing the 2 black, looping them over, grabbing the top black here, which are these 2. Now we can loop up all of these. Okay. Now I'm going to loop up these 2. Alright, now this is where we're going to start attaching this leg thing. Alright. So, you're going to choose whether you want it, or it doesn't matter. It's kind of curved at the bottom. It doesn't really matter which way it curves, honestly. You're going to go through the black loops with your hook. So I just went through the black, okay? You're going to wrap that around like this, okay? So I just wrapped all the black loops around this peg. Then you're going to go down and loop up the black and the brown here. Then we're going to go in and loop up the top 2 in here. and loop all the way up to the top of this column. Okay, now I'm going to lift this up, this leg thing. So now it's like this, alright, so the bands are going through the black loops. We are only going to concentrate on this row here. Okay, don't worry about this row. We're going to go through, you have your black loops here, the next set up on this side. So these blue loops, you're going to go through the 4 blue loops. Don't go through the horizontal band in there, just go through the loops. Wrap them around that peg there. Okay? Then we're going to dig down and find these 2 blue bands. Loop them up. Okay? Now we're going to focus on the next set in line. So we looped these, we're going to loop these. So grab the 4 loops here. Those we are wrapping around this next peg. Loop up carefully, then dig down and in here loop up. Until here. Stop here. Don't loop up the final set. Just loop the black and then stop. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to lift this a little bit so that it's not stretching so much here. So I'm just going to take my hook from the bottom and just lift the bands up part of the way. Don't lift up too far though. Okay, so I just lifted to about here. Now I can go through the next set of the blue here in line. So go through the 4 loops, wrapping them around this peg here. Dig down, loop up, black. Okay, I can lift up another set here, so I'm going to do that. Because my bands are stiff because I'm using the metallic. Continuing to loop the side loops in order around the pegs. Now loop up again. Okay, go through the next set. Loop up again. I'm going to lift up a little bit more. Go through the next set. I'm going to lift up a tad bit more. Loop up the next set. Loop up. Alright, so let's lift up a little bit more here. Okay. So pretty much we have 1 set left in this row, which we are going to wrap around this here. So the end loops you're going to wrap around this peg. Then you're going to loop up that final set. Okay. Then you're going to go through the end loops of the other row that are being tied off by the other band and just wrap those around this peg. That's the only set in that row which we attached. Okay. Now just tie off your 6 ends here with your random colored bands. Okay, and then you want to slowly lift up the rest of this. is one of his wings with the legs attached. Yay. Now we can take off the 2 bands in here. Not these 2 end bands on the where the leg is, but the 2 inward bands, the loose bands, because we already attached the leg, so you should be able to take those off. If it comes apart, then you didn't attach it right, so hopefully it won't. So there is one lower wing / leg of Jake's Banshee. Awesome. Alright, let's make the second one. Doing the same thing, just the opposite. Alright, so just follow me. We're taking 2 of your body color at a time. Now take 2 stripe color. Body color. Now a stripe color and a brown. So enhancement color and stripe color right there. That's brown and black. 2 black. And 2 black here, 2 black here. Okay, 2 black here. Now a brown and a black. Alright, brown and black here. Alright, let's do our tips. So taking a black, wrapping it around our hook, making 5 loops. Taking 2 black onto the hook, pulling those 5 loops onto those 2 black. Reclaiming your ends and wrapping around right here. Alright, take 2 body color at a time. Now 2 black, 2 body color again. Now a enhancement color and a body color. Brown and blue. Stripe color. Body color, body color. Then a brown and a black. Now a brown and a body color. Oops. Now 2 black. Yeah, and then 2 body color, 2 body color. Okay, now 2 black, brown and a black, brown and a black, 2 black, yeah, okay, sorry, my screen went off for a second there. 2 body color. Now a brown and black. Now brown and black again. Now brown and blue. 2 black. Black. Alright, brown and black here. 2 black here. And then we want 2 black here. 2 blues and a brown and black here. Alright, let's do our horizontal bands. So taking 2 of your blues at a time, stretching them across the pegs. Alright, then you want to double loop here and here. Yay! Okay, we're going to begin to loom. Make sure you have your leg by you. Alright, digging under, grabbing the top 2, which are these 2. Up. Oops. If it comes off, it's not a huge deal because it's attached. Just if it's annoying, well, I'm just going to wrap it back around because just for your sake so you can see or whatever. Okay. Back down here. Loop up this guy. Grab the brown and the black here. Then we can loop up the rest of this column. Dig down here, loop up that guy. Okay, this is where we are going to begin to attach the leg. So grab your leg, go through the stripe bands, so the 6 black loops, wrap them around this peg, and we're going to turn it like we did with the last one. So the spiky part is facing that way, facing outward. Alright, then loop up these 2, then we're going to loop up this whole column. Alright, now we can lift this. Okay, so we turned it, it's lifted and turned. Now we're going to go through the next set. We're going to concentrate on this side here. So go through the 4 loops. Okay, wrap them around this peg. dig down, loop up these guys. Okay, then we're going to go through the next set in here on the same side. Wrap them around that set. Then you want to dig down and grab the black. Loop up. And then we're going to loop up this column up to here. Okay, remember, don't loop up the last set yet. Okay, now like I did before, I'm going to slowly lift this. Not all the way, just part of the way like we did before, just so it's not as stretched out as we attach the edges. So once you've lifted part of it up, go through the next set of loops, wrapping it around this peg, looping up the next set like that. Okay, you can lift up a tiny bit more. Go through the next set here, loop up, okay, lift up, okay, go through the next set, lift up a little bit more, next set, we've got 2 sets left here, so let's go through the next one, loop up, lift up, okay, and we have our final loose set of loops here, so go through the loops, wrapping them around this peg. Make sure you go through the loops, not between them, and then we want to go through this set here, wrapping those around that peg, loop up. And again, we are going to take our random color bands and tying off our ends. Okay, then you want to carefully just finish lifting this off. And there you have your other little footsie wing thing. Yay! Again, you can take off the 2 bands that are within the leg, not at the end, to within. Okay, so you have your 6 loose bands still there. Yay! So we have done the 2 legs things. Okay, that is this here, these 2 things. Alright, so go to the next video and we will work on the wings. Alright, see you over there.